10 years after the war broke out in Syria, the country remains roiled in conflict. Millions of people have fled their homes, with many of them seeking refuge in neighbouring Turkey. While the government and dozens of aid organisations provide Syrians with housing, healthcare and other basic necessities, experts say helping refugees become self-sufficient is the only sustainable solution. Our correspondent Mobin Nasir reports on one initiative that's teaching Syrians new skills so they can improve their livelihoods.
A native of Aleppo, Amir Shaban has been living and working in Mersin in southeastern Turkey for the past 7 years. He says it's been a long and hard struggle after fleeing the war in Syria. For 2 years, the only jobs Shaban could find were temporary.
I used to work as a construction worker. There wasn't much work. Some days I worked, some days I couldn't find anything because of bad weather or other reasons. Life was really difficult.
But after the Turkish government amended employment laws, Shaban was able to find a permanent job. Now he's a machine operator at Mermas, a plastic compounds producer.
I am married. I have 3 children and my mother lives with us. After taking this job at the factory, I feel more secure. It's a permanent job with a monthly salary.
The factory owner, Tahir Hayrullah, is also from Aleppo. He ran a similar business back home, but was forced to leave everything behind.
It's not an easy thing, but you know, when you have to do something, so you have no any other option. So we moved to here. We start over from zero bottom.
The factory produces 1,200 tons of plastic compounds each month, which it sells to domestic and international customers. And Hayrullah is able to help other refugees stand on their own 2 feet.
We have around 35 person here is working in this company. 65% is Syrian.
About 300 Syrians are working in this industrial zone, and thousands more are employed across factories in Mersin, Adana, Izmir and Gaziantep. The government, along with the UNDP, has set up training centers in these cities to help Syrians learn new skills and improve their livelihoods. These centers provide technical training for both Turks and Syrians hoping to find jobs in the manufacturing sector. They also help businesses upscale their operations by providing research and development facilities, mentorship programs and other resources.
Making prototypes is so expensive for the small and the medium enterprises. So they can come here to use all the machines without any money. At the same time, we are giving some special courses like a lean manufacturing. So small and the medium enterprises, they can come here. We can work with them together.
The UN High Commissioner for Refugees says there are around 3.6 million Syrians like Shaban and Hayrullah living in Turkey. By expanding programs like this throughout the country, the government is hoping to help many of them rebuild their lives. Mobin Nasir, TRT World, Mersin.
The Syrian economy, once rich in resources, has been decimated by the war, forcing millions to flee their homes, seeking a better life. Our correspondent Obaida Hitto is in Jarablus in northern Syria, where many homes continue to face a shortage of basic needs like food and electricity.
The Syrian economy has taken a huge blow over the past decade. In the pre-war market, the Syrian pound was trading around 50 Syrian pounds to the dollar. Today, here in Jarablus, the Syrian pound is trading 4,300 pounds to the dollar. According to the World Vision charity, the Syrian pound has lost 98% of its value in the past decade. Food prices are 33% higher than the pre-war 5-year average. People are struggling to make ends meet because the economy has been completely destroyed. Hospitals, 76% of hospitals are destroyed. A large number of schools, 46% of schools in Syria have been destroyed. The local economy is no longer a normal free market economy. This is a war economy. There's trade between opposition-controlled areas and regime-controlled areas. There's trade between opposition-controlled areas and Turkey. And even though some people are able to engage in business because people have been uprooted from their homes, stripped of their valuable items like their land and their properties, their homes, these kinds of things were actually taken away from them by the Assad regime, especially those people who were part of the opposition. So the local economy and the Syrian economy as a whole has struggled to recover from all of this conflict and violence, and is continuing to struggle since there has been a relative peace in the country over the last few years, especially in areas controlled by the regime and some opposition-controlled areas. The economy hasn't been able to recover, and people are still not able to stand on their feet.